Okay, so I think I'm streaming here. So today I have now finished blocking in all the colors on my Turnip 28. I have them on the bases. There will be applications to the base to kind of dirty that up. So never mind the little stains from the glue, but so what we're going to be doing is we're going to be going from this, which is blocked in colors, and we're going to apply an oil wash to get an effect like this. Now, oil washes, obviously they're oil-based as opposed to water-based washes like people are going to be familiar with, like Null Oil, Egg Rax, Earthshade. Now, something like this is probably get a similar effect, but I'm going to have a lot more control using oils. So I'm going to have to mix up my own oils. So I'm just going to be using, these are Winsor Newton's oils. I'm going to be doing a mix of ivory black and burnt sienna. Give me a nice brown tone, probably similar to this Egg Rax Earthshade. Now with oils, you're going to have a lot of control because it doesn't dry. Anyone's used this stuff, if you don't coat the complete model, you're going to get coffee staining. And once it's dry, which is usually pretty quick because they're water-based, you're not going to be able to remove that wash. With the oils, I'm going to be able to go in, oil it, and you're going to see it's just going to be covered in the oil. Once it has dried for about a half hour, we're going to go back, remove it with mineral spirits and makeup brushes and Q-tips if necessary. So I'm going to pause it just a second because I need to go grab my mineral spirits, which are actually over on another table. So the mineral spirits I'm using, this is Gamsol. This is an odorless mineral spirit. And it really does. It's pretty odorless. We're not going to use a whole lot of it. So you probably don't want to do this in a small enclosed room. Just because you can't smell it doesn't mean it's not there. So keep that in mind. All right, so I'm going to mix this stuff up first. Now, I got these glass containers just on Amazon. They're a little bigger than I expected, but yeah, we'll make do, I guess. So I'm going to start out with equal parts black and equal parts burnt sienna and mix from there. One nice thing about the oil washes is that you have full control of the color. This stuff right now is looking a little bit dark. So I'm going to add a little bit more of the burnt sienna to give it a little bit more of a brownish color. Now you can see this stuff is way too thick to be put on the model at this point. So what we're going to do, we are going to add mix this up pretty thoroughly. The sound of that metal smacking the glass is probably going to drive you nuts, but gotta do it. Now this is just a really cheap brush. Pick it up at, this was just picked up at big box store, pack of 10 for $1.50 or something. I kind of keep these around. These are just kind of disposable brushes. All right, so we're going to slap this on, and it's going to look terrible initially. But we're going to clean it off after it dries for about a half hour. So we're just going to give it a nice coat. And again, you can see, this is a little bit thick, so I think I'm going to add some more mineral spirits in a bit here. Now, obviously it looks terrible. Well, what's going to happen after this is dried, and basically all that mineral spirits is going to evaporate away, we're going to go back in, and we're going to use mineral spirits to kind of bring everything back down. We're going to set that aside. We're going to add a little bit more of this. There we go. That's a much better consistency. I don't know if you can see it in the brush, just kind of actually, I think I might even need to add a little bit more. All right, let's go to another one. Now that we've loosened it up quite a bit. Yeah, definitely flowing quite a bit better. The mineral spirits are breaking up the surface tension, so this will flow down in the creeps, down into the crevices real fast. Nice thing is when I'm painting them up with a block like this, some of those edges aren't the best, and this is going to basically cover up any little mistakes and allows me to go real fast painting these guys up. Fast for me is very relative, so now you can see it almost looks like it's got an oil sheen over the top of it, like it's been coated in motor oil. So I want these guys really dark. These guys are in the root-infested mud hell of Turnip 28. There's no way these guys are clean. So having them really dirty is kind of in character. Generally, a lot of my models, I prefer a nice, gritty, used tone on my minis. It's just my personal style. Obviously with like my Eldar, I'm not going to use this type of technique with my Eldar, but I might make washes using base colors, blues or reds or whatever's appropriate to do a very similar effect, but instead of the crevices being black and brown, crevices are going to be whatever, a darker version of whatever the base color is. I've been working on these guys for an embarrassingly long period of time. These models are the Kickstarter models from the Forlorn Hope Kickstarter that Turnip 28 did a while ago. They printed up really good. I'm really happy. There's just an amazing amount of details on these backpacks, on the bodies, and the amount of detail is good and bad. Yeah, it takes longer for me to paint them up, but I think they're just going to look great once they're done. Now this metal, if I was going to be using this in other applications, I'd probably have less brown, probably something mostly made out of the black oil, something closer to what you're going to expect out of a Nuln oil wash or an armor wash. This point is probably not real exciting. Hopefully that background music is playing, give you something to concentrate on while I'm painting here. Now, if you want a really good tutorial on how to do this, I'd say go watch the video on tabletop minions. Uncle Adam does a really good breakdown on painting up miniatures to do this technique and how to apply the oil wash. And that's actually watching him do some orcs really was inspiring to me to give this a shot. I felt it really would work well for these minis. Now, I don't have my chat window open right now, so if anyone happens to be watching this, which I doubt, but if you're leaving comments, I apologize. I'm going to try to see if I can get at that. Get the chat box reopened when I'm done here and see if anyone has any questions, but honestly, doubt if there's anyone watching right now. Hopefully people maybe watch this on replay. And honestly, I'm just trying to figure out how to do live streams. Now, the fact that I'm using the Winsor Newton oils, I don't think you need to use as high quality of oils. Doing this, I'm sure you could get by with basic oils, but considering the cost and how much, or more specifically, how little I'm actually using, I figured I'd go with it. And I want some, just in case I want to do some minis down the road that are fully painted up using oil paints. I should relabel this stream part 1 because I'm going to have to take about a half-hour break to let this settle, let the mineral spirits evaporate away, and then we'll go through. I'll do another stream where I'm taking off all the excess because there really is a lot of extra on here. Okay, so that's our current step. Looks terrible right now, but again, this is what we're going to end up with, hopefully. I really like how the little turnips come out. Those are just painted straight white, and then once that oil wash is on it, it darkens them back up. I love the way his skull came out. Why he has a cow skull for a head, I don't know. It's Turnip 28. All right, so now we're going to wait about a half hour here. I'm going to check to see, just in case anyone tried to chat. And to be honest, I'm not real familiar using OBS, so looks like one person was watching this. And nothing in the chats, as I suspected. All right, so I'll see you guys. Hopefully I'll be doing this in about a half hour. I'll be coming back to this, and all right, hopefully this was informative, and I think it'll be more informative once I pull that the excess oil off.